Hello guys. Here I have a mini programmer. It's a CH341A Mini Programmer. Okay, it's used to program any BIOS chip, even the startup chip. Again, I was so shocked as well. So one of my friends showing me that you can use this mini programmer to program a startup chip. And anyway, let's talk about this. How do you program the BIOS? Alright, let's go ahead. You have a clip here, small board clip. There's a small board. This is where you solder in your BIOS chip. As you can see, this side is hot. This side is it's black. It means I've been using it for a long period of time. Okay, I've never used the 16 pin. I'm always using the the 8 pin BIOS chip. Anyway, this is the clip, and again you can even plug in your BIOS chip directly from here. It's either using 8 BIOS pin chip or using the 16. It's all up to you, but I prefer using it here, because in case if you burn this thing too much and then it's got broken, you can still buy another board and then continue with your job or with your work without any issues. And I want to teach you guys how to use this thing. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, you can see, I'm just gonna plug in the board here. Open this clip. Just gonna put it right here inside. Make it straight. This is it. Let's go ahead. And this here I have a BIOS chip. This is a BIOS chip. Okay, this is a BIOS chip. Just gonna go ahead and program the BIOS chip. Alright, so you use your heat gun. Don't use too much heat. Use like 200 or 150 or even like or 250 if it's possible, depending on the quality of your heat gun. But for me, 203 is much more okay, because this is a very soft board, so there's no need to use too much heat. As you can see, the chip has been plugged in. So what you do, let me show you something. This is very important. I think we have to learn this. Okay, there's a dot here. This dot should align with pin number 1. It means this pin number 1. There's a dot on top of the chip. That's dot here, dot there, little hole there. It means pin number 1. It should align with pin number 1 on the board. Alright, then let's go ahead. You remove. Sorry about that. So what you do, you remove the board from the clip I was using, and then you put it right here, side here, as you can see, and then close here. You pull this gear backward, you lock. Now it's been locked. Alright, and then you plug it into your PC, into a working PC. Okay, after that, let's go to our desktop. I want to show you. You go online, you download the drive, the thing, the application. Download the application, but don't worry, I'm gonna upload everything for you. Under the description I'll put a link where you can download the programmer. Okay, so let me show you something. So what do you need? You need this folder. Okay, the drivers for the programmer. You need the drivers for the programmer. Okay, you have to install the drivers. You run them, and then you say install. Okay, you go back. Even here, you run the drivers. Okay, anyway, never mind about that. Let's go back. Let's go here. Setup. Okay, say install. Okay, we are ready to go. Once you have the drivers installed, you can go ahead and use your program. So here we have like bunch of versions. I'm using this modified one. It's called the Black Edition, and again I'm using this one 1.34, and again I'm using the latest one, which is 1.4. So I like to use the Black Edition. So this is how it's gonna look. Okay, so what you do, you say detect here. You have to say what? You have to say detect. Okay, automatically it has detected what? The chip. And then from there, we have to read the chip. We press read. Let me just do it. So it's gonna load here until it reaches. It's gonna read the chip from 0% until 100%. While reading the chip, it is so important to do a backup of the existing file on the chip before you can even go ahead and erase the existing file with a new file on the chip. Do a backup, because guys, you never know. I've had a case where the HP was giving me some issues. The HP was working, but there was a BIOS password. So what I did was I removed the chip and then I used my programmer. By mistake, I didn't save the old backup file, the one with a password. I just went straight and tried to download the new file without any password. But guess what? Guess what? None of those new files worked. Meaning the PC was not even putting up. It was worse. I made it worse by a mistake. Imagine. So that's why you have to do a backup file. In case if things goes wrong, you can always go back and use the original BIOS file without any issues. Hope you are getting my point. That's why you have to read the file. Read the file first. Someone is phoning me. Let me take this call. Okay, guys. Okay, it's done reading the chip, and as you can see, these are all the files from the chip. See, all this whole thing is the files from the chip. So what you do, you go here to save, then you save that file. You can save it anywhere. Maybe you can write the laptop model number. For instance, we can use Dell Inspiron. Maybe you can say Dell Inspiron and put a model number there, and say working BIOS backup or corrupted BIOS backup file. You can do anything, guys. You can rename it to anything, but as long as you won't forget, and then you press save here. But I'm not doing it. It's okay. After that, you erase. Now this is where you erase the chip. See it's saying what? It says chip erasing is completed. Please check is empty. Meaning what they are saying, we have to come here to blank. While you are pressing blank, we have to make sure that the chip is blank, it's empty before we can even proceed and try to to install another new file or to write another new file on the chip. Let me phone this guy. Okay, hope you can see it says chip blank, meaning the chip is empty. Now you press open, you locate the new file. Where exactly the new file you downloaded, you locate it. In my case, I have some files here on this new folder that I want to try and see if they are working. And these two are not working, and this one is not working. Okay, which file can I try here? Okay, let me try this one, and then let's see. After that, you say program. Now we are writing the files on the chip. And then you wait for it to count from 0% up to 100%. Okay, anyway, it's done. Now let's say verify. You press verify after programming. Say verify. Let's verify. Okay. Anyway, meanwhile, while we are waiting for it to finish verifying, I want to show you something. Okay, I'm gonna come here. So here, usually when you download these files, they will be like this. Some of them they will be like this dot spec bak. We have to change this to bine. How? Okay, let me just do it. Let me just delete this. Okay, here this is the file we downloaded. You can copy this file. Let's just put it here in videos so that you'll see it clearly. Okay, this is it, right? So what you do, you say extract to current folder. Now it says extracted, and then you say rename. Okay, there's a dot here at the end. You just remove the thing, and then you say you can put the caps lock n on BIN and then enter. Yes, say the name again. Oh yeah, now it's perfect. Why I'm saying this, we can go to download again and check. See all the files, they should be like this. With .bin, the binary file. Even here on format, they should be saying, I mean here on the type, they should be saying bin file. Okay, let's go back to videos. Let's change the view to details. Hope you can see it's bin file. Alright, anyway, the chip has been programmed, everything is okay. You just say okay, this is how you program the POS file, and then you remove the chip and then you put it back to a laptop. Alright, anyway, hope you are learning step by step, sharp.